vision.
Mm.
All about aligning and envisioning what it is that you desire for the second half of 2020. Really allowing yourself to claim that, to be that. Oh my goodness. And I have another amazing guest, and you've seen him before on the Every Day is a New Day show. Welcome, Keith Leoness.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
I love that. He's already in the sing-songy mode.
That's right. You get me there.
Good. I love it. So here we are. This is all about what is your vision for 2020. As we go throughout today's show, let us know down in the comments. What is your vision? It could be anything from I simply desire to feel more of fill in the blank. Peace, joy, love, feeling grounded, centered, connection. Or I am so ready to claim my big dreams and goals, whatever it may be. And you're ready to finally take action on that, move in that direction. So we're going to be talking about vision, mindset, emotions, action, all the way into December. And today's show is all focused on vision. So Keith, before we get into our conversation on vision, I want to give everyone just a little bit about who you are. So our guest today is Keith Leoness. He is an author, a speaker, and a vibrational visionary. And that is, and I'm going to add, and he's super, super humble because he's also the angel guy, the book guy, and a musician and all of that. And so you can connect with Keith and learn more about him and his work over at beyondbeliefpublishing.com/programs-products. And that link is down in the comments wherever you are watching us today. And Keith, before we get into our conversation, will you tell everyone just a little bit more about who you are and what you do?
Wow. Well, I am here. I am here to touch and inspire the lives of everyone I come in contact with. Like that is my purpose, and that's what I love to do. And in 2020, it's been about helping people to gain clarity. And I love to help people to get their mission and their message out through a book, which you spoke about. My wife and I have been up to that for over 16 years, almost 17 years now, helping people to write and market their books. And along the way, I get to do the same as well.
And you absolutely do inspire everyone you meet. So absolutely. So, which makes you, I'm glad that you're here with us today. So, Keith, when you think of vision, what comes to mind first when you think about having a vision and moving in that direction? What comes up for you?
What comes up for me is how important having a vision is. My wife and I, we at the beginning of each year, we say, what is the vision for this year? And we literally do a mind map with it, with what we want in the middle, and then spokes out, going to what would have to happen in order for that to happen, and we write them all and circle those, and then what would have to happen for that to happen. We kind of work back in time till we get to our next step. But would you like to see what the angels say about vision?
Yes, I would. Yes,
okay.
Please.
All right, let me check in there. Vision is the key to manifestation. Vision is the key to manifestation. When we do not have vision, we're not walking in our vision, we can go into victim consciousness. And when we're in that victim consciousness, we feel that things are happening to us rather than through us. When the truth is, things do not happen to you, they happen through you. When you're in victim consciousness, you are out of your power, your strength. When you are in power and you are in your power, you are connected to source, connected to the divine, connected to us, the angels. When you're in that power, then you know that you can do, be, have anything. So for clarity of your vision, bring to your visioning process, these three questions. When I am in my power, who am I being? When I'm in my power, who am I being? When I am in my power, what am I doing? When I'm fully in my power, what am I doing? And when I am in my power, what do I have? What do I have in my life? Bring to your visioning process these 3 questions, and in the answer to those 3 questions will clearly come your vision. Okay.
That was awesome, Keith. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah. So it is.
Okay, so I've got to ask you, so when you tune into that, as that was flowing to you and through you, were there any visions that came through?
Well, for me, I'm kind of out here looking at me doing it.
Okay.
So yeah. So for me, I was just receiving it like you, and so I'm realizing that that's a great thing for me to do today, is to sit down in those 3 questions and see what my vision is for right now. Because I think the vision I told you before, that was at the beginning of all of this, right? Yeah. And so if that came through, then perhaps there's something even greater for me as well.
That was awesome. So I just want to quickly recap for anybody who was listening to that. So there were 3 things. You said, when I'm in my power, notice who you are being, notice what you're doing. And then the third one was, and this one I'll want to go back, but you said something about notice what you have.
Yeah.
And so that was really awesome.
Have in your life. So I think
have in your life. Okay.
That would speak to having already manifested your vision. Like, what do you have? And I'm thinking those 3 things will bring, for some people, visuals, for some people, words, for some people, thoughts and emotions, right? In those questions, and then those that seeing or put on those 3 things, ultimately there'll be some pattern, something that's clear that jumps out as, oh, that's what I'm to be doing right now.
So kind of like notice what's coming to you, like notice what you have, what's okay.
Yeah. What do you have? So yeah, just like what's surrounding you. Do you have rooms full of people, right? Might have been earlier when we were able to speak, right? Maybe it moves you into sharing your gift and sharing your word, and what you might have would be larger rooms of people, or maybe it's have manifested an RV, or so basically, what did you manifest that you now see that you have because you were in alignment with who you were being, what you were doing, and fully in your power? What did you manifest? Because then they said vision is the key to manifestation. Yeah, so that's probably why they said have.
I like that. That's awesome. Okay, so that brings me to Keith. When I asked you what your quote is, you said, you gave us a really awesome quote. All the answers you need are inside of you. We must sit in the question long enough to receive the answer. And that's scrolling up on the screen there for everyone.
Yeah.
And you just totally emulated that right there.
Yeah, it doesn't take as long as it used to when I'm sitting in the question. But sometimes it does. Sometimes I have to sit for days before I get the answer. And my willingness to do that is probably what makes it happen. Right?
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. Well, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our viewers today. We have Ed with us, and he has already given us his vision. So he is saying, let me pop this up on the screen here. Ed is saying, my vision for the rest of the year is to support thousands of emerging leaders step into their true leadership of their vision.
And he is a master teacher of that. And I've been working with one of his processes. It takes a whole 90 seconds twice a day to completely transform everything in your life. So definitely connect with Ed Oakley.
I am familiar with that. I experimented with some of that and enjoyed how that felt, for sure. So thank Ed, that's a fantastic vision. Thank you so much for sharing that, Ed. And for anybody else with us today, go ahead and let us know what your vision is down in the comments. And if you would like to be the winner of today's virtual reality call with me, go ahead and let me know down in the comments that you would like to be the recipient of that, along with sharing your vision. And there will be one lucky winner from today's call for that. And hello to Helene, who is with us. She's saying hello to Kim. Hello to Keith.
Hi. Hi.
And okay, so Keith, let's specifically again now look at your vision. I love how you brought in for us really that piece of tuning in and aligning with, I'm going to say, the message of the vision. And you just allowed yourself to be in that flow and build it out. That's how I experienced would you call that a stream of consciousness?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And so I know, so we already acknowledged that, a couple weeks ago when I asked Keith what his vision was, he said that his vision was to touch and inspire anyone he comes in contact with. Would you like to enhance that? Because we want to dig deeper and build out what your vision is for this moment. What would you say in this moment?
Well, ever since I was on tour right before the beginning of the year, so August of last year, all the way through the end of January. And in my live events, people kept saying, "What do the angels see for 2020?" And in answering that question, I got clear on my vision, and that was 2020. I mean, it just jumped out at me, and I was like, "Oh, 2020 is about right seeing. It's about clarity." And so I am here in 2020 to help people see clearly, right? To help people see clearly. And so that's what I stepped into, and that's my vision for this year. And so when people ask, I'm willing to hear what's going on, tune in, give feedback that may or may not support their process of seeing clearly. And notice I said when they ask, because there's a lesson in that right there. There's a lot of people giving unsolicited feedback. You see plenty of that on Facebook. Nobody likes unsolicited feedback. And so I wait for people to ask me, "Hey, Keith, what do you think about?" Right? What do the angels think about? And then I give the feedback. Otherwise, I'm observing. Because if you, when you read in this book, I learned from my angel that I can learn more from listening than I can from talking. But I'm a Leo, so back in the day before I met and worked with him, I talked and talked and talked just to hear myself talk. And it wasn't until I got challenged to go a very long time without speaking at all that I truly got the lesson about what he meant. Like I can learn more from listening than I can talking. And that's one of the things, feedback. Unsolicited feedback, not so much. When somebody asks you, "What do you think about?" all their walls are down and they're open to accept.
I love that. So just real quick, for anybody who would like to find out more about Keith's real life experiences with angels, he shares all about that in his book, Walking with My Angels, a True Story. And that cover is right here on the screen. And the link to that is also in the link that I shared earlier in the comments. Keith, what was really coming up for me as you were enhancing on your vision and talking about, waiting for someone to ask, is really that key piece of you create the vision, but you detach from it.
Yeah. High involvement, low attachment. That's what Jack Canfield taught me so many years ago. High involvement, low attachment. And that is one of the keys to manifesting things that you really love. Because when you feel like you need something, so you put in focus on with need, people run away from needy people. So energy runs away from needy people as well. So when we feel that we need that, it runs away from us. But when we say, "Ooh, that would be great. What would I need to do? Who would I need to be to manifest that?" And then we get focused on that instead of the thing, and get into the energy of being and doing what we need to have to create that. That brings our attachment to it down and puts us into action. And then the universe goes, "Oh, action." And then we become in alignment with the thing that we were trying to manifest.
I'm wondering right now, what do you think allows us to, because you said when we step into the energy of who do I need to be, that lets us release and lower our walls.
Yeah.
And what's coming up for me in this is that when we step into the question of who do I need to be, it's kind of like it's that shifting focus piece.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is,
Yeah, it's personal responsibility. That's a piece that's missing in so many folks walking the earth today. Personal responsibility. I personally believe that I do that I create, promote, or allow everything that I have in my life. I'm either creating it, I'm promoting it, or I'm allowing it. And then that's when I'm realizing that that's true, then I can never be a victim of anything, which the angel spoke about a few minutes ago. When in victim, then you think that things are happening to you instead of through you. Jack Canfield taught me so many years ago, high involvement, low attachment, and that changed so much, so much in my world. Even in a book project that I'm working on right now, having him be a yes to that project, I knew really early on that I would love to have him in the book. And then every time I went to go send the ask to ask him if he'd be in the book, I got a not yet. I got a not yet. And if I was listening to me, the part of me that wants to make things happen, I would have hit send and it would have been the wrong time. And even my wife would be like, "Hey, did you ask Jack yet?" And I said, "Not yet." Right? And then eventually one day it was like, "Send it." Okay, boom, send it. And then when I do that, then it's like within 10 minutes. Yes, of course. Then I get the answer. Right? So it's just a huge, huge piece and personal responsibility for everything. And when you take that on, that changes everything about your energy and the way that you are in the world.
And with that, I love, love, love how deep today's conversation is going. So thank you thank you, Keith, for sharing everything that's really building out the topic of vision, which might seem just so up here and yet impacts everything. And this is why we're going to be talking about mindset and emotions and action, all of it, because there's overlap with all of these things in aligning with your vision. So Keith, what's also coming up is the very well-known piece of, nothing's happening to us, but everything's happening for us. And
through us. Yeah.
And so is there any added element that comes up for you when you hear that part? Everything happens for us or through it, or do you not resonate with that phrase?
For us doesn't make as much sense as through us.
Okay.
For me, because for us is kind of the result. For me, through us means it's coming from here and then going out. Right?
Okay.
So it's coming in and through me, and then that energy goes out and creates and grabs and brings to me everything that I need, right? And so if it's happening through me, that means it's an energetic statement that it's coming down. To me, I see it pouring from the heavens in a giant funnel down into the top of my head and then coming out my heart. So that's the way that I see it. For us, it's semantics. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. If for us works for you, that's great. For me, because everything is energy, then I just see it like all throughout my body, and then I can really get into the feeling it. Mm-hmm. Even talking about it, like I'm just like, whoa, I want to do this when I say through. Through me? What do you mean? All right, what do you mean? And that's getting back to like what Master Teacher Jesus and all the other Master Teachers, they've all kind of taught the same thing. Like what we speak is what happens. What we believe is what happens in our life, but only every time.
And I love exploring the semantics though, because there can be a completely different feel or take on something when you just switch it up a little bit. And so now me personally, I will say that like we can learn from everything. So to me, that's where everything's happening for you. It's like, okay, what's the gift from this? Even if it's something where I wasn't being so aware or deliberate in what I created, like, okay, what did I learn from this? So that's the for me piece.
Yeah. That's when people say they're in the victim piece and they're feeling like everything is against them. That's when I use the for. I see for as the opposite of against, right? So everything is everything is for you, nothing is against you, right?
Well, and then yes, and then so when you say everything's happening to me and through me, then
Yeah.
yes, more of that empowerment and personal responsibility piece
Yeah.
comes through. So then what that brings up to me is let's say someone's not really feeling like they're getting what they want. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean that coming to me? Like, I'm not really getting what I want. So then that begs the question, well, what are we allowing?
Right. Well, if we're not getting what we're wanting, then get in touch with what's blocking the flow. What is it that's blocking the flow? If I don't have the things that I want in my life, how am I blocking the flow? Am I being too needy? Am I being a victim? Right. So notice angels were speaking to victim consciousness specifically when they said through. Right. And then we're talking about manifestation, right? For and about, right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
That's awesome, Keith. Love, love, love how deep this is going. Again, hello to all of our live viewers. We are already beyond halfway through today's show. I want to give a quick shout out. I know, Keith. We still have more to go. We are not even done yet. Helene is saying that her vision is to see her book get done and keep the encouragement in this world. Helene, you are amazing.
Yes. I would love to help you with that. Contact me. And also the free the call that you were offering. I'd love to offer one of those as well. Just whoever,
yes,
however you're choosing that.
Yes. Keith, where can people go to what kind of call would it be? Tell them a little bit more about what.
Well, I mean, I call it a strategy call. So,
okay.
and a lot of times, because when people want to do a book, then it's a book strategy call. But what it really is whatever you show up with, whatever you need support with. Sometimes people think they are coming for a book call, and that takes 3 minutes, and then we end up doing right? They end up getting a whole bunch of other incredible information. So it's like the point is we have a half an hour, so it's whatever we can get done in that time, whatever supports you.
Awesome. Okay. So Keith, we've been going so deep talking about vision. I would love to invite you to do a 68-second process here for us. Which are you familiar with the 68-second process? If not, I can give you an example of what that is.
I know it's from Abraham, but give me an explanation.
So it's simply for 68 seconds, or it could be a little longer, 68 seconds, you talking into the present moment, what your vision is as if it's already happened, and allowing yourself to feel into it and get into that flow of it. And so by doing that, you are literally amplifying the momentum of your vision. And this is something everybody at home can do as well. So Keith, how does that sound to you?
That sounds great.
Okay, so
stopwatch.
I'm going to set the timer, and for everybody with us today, go ahead and allow yourself to just feel into that and the momentum that builds up. Just allow yourself to, to connect with that and amplify whatever your vision is. So Keith, when you are ready, go ahead and begin.
Okay, and I am touching the lives of everyone that I come in contact with. I am inspiration. I am joy in expression. I am a walking, talking demonstration of unconditional love. I am patient. I am kind. I am worthy. I am trustworthy. I am a benefit to those who ask. I am a channel. I am a divine light. I am one who angels speak through. I love my angels and I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I am being a light and a way shower. I am doing good things in the world. I am being all that I can be and then some. I am love in action. I am unconditional love. Are we done yet?
That's fine. We're getting close to that mark. So that's good. Keith, how do you feel?
I feel wonderful. Yeah, feels good.
It does feel good. I felt that, really got into the mode. Like you hear Keith ramp up and you just kind of can flow into that with him. So that is, again, something you can do at home to enhance your vision. And okay, so Keith, we're going to do a couple more things here. All right. We're going to go ahead and pull a card today. And I am going to pull a card from Keith's very own Walking with Your Angels.
Who's that guy?
Deck. Looking at yourself. Okay, so this is an amazing deck. If you have not seen this deck, let me go ahead and just show you the back artwork on this deck. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, and so what message wants to come through today to enhance today's message? Let me just go ahead and just quickly tune in.
Which archangel wants to speak through you right now?
Okay, let's see what message wants to come through. Yes.
There are 11 archangels and 4 messages each. So they love to pull cards. Have you had one fly across the room yet?
Oh, all the time. All the time.
I love when that happens.
Oh, there we go. Okay, do you see that?
Yeah.
It literally, okay, right there. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Archangel Jeremiel, yes. And our message is, Dear one, life can appear to be challenging and painful at times. Everything that happens is a gift and a learning experience. How you use the information or lesson moving forward creates your future. Ask me for guidance and I will show you visions of greater things yet to be.
And Jeremiel was with you, said 4. Not through.
And it was excellent because he got the word visions in there too. So love.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
That's so true.
Okay.
I don't even remember that one. That's cool. Yeah.
That was a beautiful message. I really love that. So Keith, we're gonna close out the show with a little ditty from Keith. Before we do that, Keith, do you have any final words you want to share about vision, creating a vision for 2020 moving forward? Any final thoughts on that?
Well, whether you are feeling like you're clear on your vision or not, you're absolutely making a difference in the world. And, Kim, I'm always going to make sure that that's what I end with. You're making a difference on this planet. And when we have clarity of vision, that's fantastic. It gives us the opportunity and other incredible ways to step into that. But know that even if you're not clear on your vision and you think you're not doing anything, you're still touching lives, whether you realize it or not. You absolutely make a difference on this planet, and it would not be the same without you. Yes.
That's beautiful. And while you're doing that, I noticed we had a question. Sherry is asking, where can we get Keith's cards? Go ahead.
If you're in the U.S. right now, then you can get them the address that you said earlier. It's Beyond Belief Publishing, BeyondBeliefBooks.com. BeyondBeliefBooks.com will actually take you straight to the page you're looking for.
Okay.
BeyondBeliefBooks.com. The other one would as well, but it's longer. That's why I did that. BeyondBeliefBooks.com. And that's if you're in the U.S., because right now with the COVID thing, the shipping overseas is about the same amount as the cards. So you probably wouldn't want to be willing to make that kind of investment. If you are, we can talk about it. It's wild.
Okay, awesome. BeyondBeliefBooks.com. I want to remind everyone that let us know what your vision is down in the comments so we can support you in that. And if you'd like to be the recipient of today's virtual reality call for one lucky winner, let me know in the comments that you are interested in that as well. And definitely connect with Keith on his website, and you can also get his deck. And Keith, before we close out, I would love if you would honor us with a little ditty, a little song, or a little poem, whatever comes to you. That's all about vision and creating your vision. And this is just something fun and playful we do at the end of these shows.
Oh, well, I think that if you want clarity on vision, keep coming back to this show every morning. So how about rise and shine, rise and shine. Come on, everybody, let's rise and shine, because today is a new day with Kim O'Neill.
Yeah, I love it. Jazz hands. Okay. Awesome.
Every day's a new day. There we go. Every day's a new day. Yeah. we We got to record that. Rise and shine. Come on, everybody, let's rise and shine with Kim O'Neill. Because every day's a new day. There we go. There. Switched up a little bit.
Whew, I love it, love it, love it. Keith, you are just, okay, I don't use the word delight usually, but you are a delight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keith, thank you so much. And I love connecting with you, sharing your messages, and just sharing you with everyone else, because you are an inspiration. So thank you. And let us know down in the comments, what are you taking away from today's show? What is your vision for 2020? How has today's conversation supported you in maybe having some new ahas, inspired you in building out your vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We have more for you every Monday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page on Facebook and also YouTube. And we're going to keep doing it. So we're going to keep talking about vision, mindset, emotions, taking action, because you are worthy of whatever it is that your vision is for 2020. And all is required is for you to say yes. Tune in, allow, detach, all of that. So have an amazing day, everybody. Keith, thank you again so much for being here.
You're welcome. It's been my pleasure. Namaste.
Namaste. Okay, and we'll see you all again very soon. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.
Take care.